He's rap gay royalty now. He's the notorious F.A.G. Mr. Jim David. Hi, Jim.
Hey, Frank.
How
I barely
are you?
made it in today with the St. Patrick's Day throngs outside.
It's true. Now, you're not Irish, are you?
No, but St. Patrick's Day is a Catholic holiday, so to get in the spirit, I did molest a child.
Oh, good for you.
Yes.
That's,
and so
I'm saving it for later.
A really
Parks
great mood.
is
Yeah.
in for it, all right?
As well as bagpipes. I've never seen so many bagpipes. Every time I see bagpipes or hear bagpipes, I think a policeman died. It's like, when did a cop just die?
I love bagpipes only because I wait for that. I'm praying for that gust of wind. Shoom, the skirt goes up, and it's
right.
So congratulations on your new CD, the Notorious.
It's my third CD, and I think it's the funniest one. Both of them are pretty funny, but I think this is the funniest one.
Notorious F.A.G.
I worked very hard
Jim
on
David.
it. Yeah, that's me.
I
decided to
is
go.
It recorded live, or
it was recorded live in two different clubs, in the Comedy Connection in Maine and the Laughing Skull Lounge in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's what I like. I mean, this is like listening to my CDs is like just listening to a chat with your favorite gay uncle.
What kinds of topics do you talk about on the Notorious F.A.G.
I talk
CD?
about my partner. I talk about politics. I talk about my family. I talk about crazy places I've been. It's just very conversational. I just did a big show in North Carolina on Saturday. That was really fun. In Asheville, North Carolina, which is actually my hometown. But I did a big show. There were like 700 people in the room. It was a big show with me and Sinbad. Yeah.
Who's now on Celebrity Apprentice?
Well, he has to be because he's $8 million in debt. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he declared bankruptcy. And
$8 million in
$8 million
debt. That's a
in
lot
debt.
of action figures and
No
House
kidding.
of Pie.
I don't know how that happened, but
gift
anyway.
certificates,
So
yeah.
he's $8 million in debt, so he's performing with me. Right? I'll work anywhere.
And what's the most exciting place?
Huh?
Most exciting place you've been?
Gee whiz, I've been all over the world. I was just in Egypt last year.
No way.
Oh yeah, we went to see the pyramids, and you think Egypt is a shithole. Can I just say that? It is a shithole. You think it's going to be like, oh, we're cruising down the Nile, and it's romantic, and see the pyramids in old Algiers, and then all of a sudden there's a dead horse in the canal. Ugh.
Yeah,
we all just were like, check. I just got back from New Zealand. I was in New Zealand. That was really cool.
You know what I like about
gorgeous.
But I'm dying to go there. But the Aussies and the New Zealand guys that I meet, the straight ones,
Yeah.
they don't give a shit that you're gay.
They don't care. No, there are some rednecky. Like we were at. I was at Sydney Mardi Gras. I'd never been to the gay Mardi Gras in Sydney, and it's a big old deal. And you know what I loved about it? It was only 2.5 hours, as opposed to New York City, which is 6 hours, because we have like the Pan-Asian lesbians who don't eat breakfast New Jersey chapter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
and their parents,
and their parents and their supporters and admirers. So it goes on for 6 hours, and it's like you go see the parade in New York for an hour and a half, and you're like, I've had enough of this shit.
Yeah.
Right?
What's good is you can go home, you can check messages and things, then you go back and it's still going on.
And it's still going on, and they've just gotten to the leather daddies, and
I like, my favorite group now is Queer Proofreaders. That was my favorite one
Queer
ever.
Proofreaders?
There was a signed Queer Proofreaders, and I thought that's really good.
One year there was Lesbians for Patsy Cline.
That's good.
Yeah, and we were actually thinking of getting a flatbed truck years ago, and me and like 10 friends or something, and we would be miscellaneous homosexuals having cocktails, and that's it. And so we would be the miscellaneous homosexuals, Long Island chapter.
Could we? You know what would be? Should we do like a bitter contingent? Would that be kind of a fun thing? A bunch of bitter gays.
Sign me up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Bitter old queen.
That'll be our sign. We'll carry it along.
That would be a scream.
Think about
but
that.
no, what I was going to say was, when you said Australians don't care, when I was at Mardi Gras, after Mardi Gras, there were lots and lots of straight young people watching the parade, and afterwards, you could feel like some of them were up to no good. So it was like, it's a totally safe party to be at, but it's not necessarily safe to walk home from. Right. So, but it was really cool. I'd never been to Australia.
No, I've always wanted to go.
I loved Australia. It was great.
It fun?
It was great, yeah.
Did you get to hold a koala bear? I want to hold a koala bear so
I touched
bad.
one. I went to the zoo and I touched a koala.
Inappropriately, or
I
just
did.
touched it?
I did, yeah. And I saw a kangaroo. I thought that was...
They'll kick you.
They're so gorgeous, hopping along. They're so beautiful and symmetrical. But I've been all over the world. I was in the Galapagos Islands off the coast of
turtles, right?
The giant tortoises.
Yes.
And I saw these two male giant tortoises trying to mate with each other. It was the most horrifying thing I've ever seen. I videotaped it. But I said to the guide, I said, "Are these tortoises gay?" And he said, No. You see that one? He is impotent. You see, they masturbated him and they found out he don't produce no semen. whose job is this?
So, yeah.
Honey, you're going to be late for work. I don't want to go in today. I have to masturbate the tortoise. I hate Mondays.
They put on a rubber glove, I would hope.
Oh, my
or something.
God. Can you imagine?
I wouldn't want to do that.
The guide literally told me that. He said, they masturbated him and they found out he don't. I mean, that's what I did today. I masturbated a giant tortoise.
I am so glad that's not my job.
Galapagos Islands was incredible. That was one of the most exciting places I've ever been.
think.
I've been everywhere. I've been basically. I looked at the globe, and now I'm going to Japan. I've never been there, but I have been to China, and I'm going to Bangkok, and I was just there last year in Bangkok.
My favorite 2 words.
You ever been to?
No.
You ever been to Bangkok?
Never.
Well, I mean, the weather is like a German shepherd sitting on your face. Let's just get that out of the way. I mean, you are in Thailand. The minute you get there, I have never experienced such humidity. It's just like in your face humidity, like New Orleans times 10. It's so hot.
That would be rough for me.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough. But the people are gorgeous, and they're nice and kind, and it's incredibly cheap there. And it was great. It was great.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I got a massage. From a little Thai boy when I was there.
Let's not talk about that. We'll get taken off the air.
No, we won't. It was a G-rated massage.
Oh, all right.
It was very
okay.
nice. It was very nice.
Depends
depends on how you define G.
Yeah, it was GEE.
Yeah,
G.
it was G.
That was fun.
Oh my God,
that was a good one.
That's right.
Let's go to the first. We got a question for you, John in Seattle. You're on with the one and only Mr. Jim David. Go ahead.
Hi, Jim. I have a quick question. Do you change your material when you're with an all-straight or primarily straight crew? Do you do the gay jokes?
I do the gay jokes. There are certain gay jokes that I cannot do for a straight crowd because they just won't get it. Like they think poppers are breakfast snacks, and they think rimming has something to do with burping Tupperware. Specific gay stuff they don't get. So in that sense, I change it. But I'm out, to a straight audience, and they love it. This weekend in North Carolina, I was performing for a primarily redneck audience. I mean, a conservative, because the show was sponsored by a radio station down there called John Boy and Billy, which is a very popular regional, and they're very country. And they sponsored this show, and I performed for them, and they loved it.
And they know what they're getting. It's not like they know who you are.
Actually, a lot of them don't. A lot of them, some of the people do, but other people, when I come out to them on stage, they are genuinely shocked. They're like, what? I'm not going to change anybody's mind. You know what I mean? But I feel like by talking about myself just in an honest way, then maybe I will change a mind. You know what I mean?
I think you do, yeah.
One of my lines is both of my brothers are divorced and both of my sisters are divorced, and I'm the one that can't get married because I'm a threat to the family. Having said that, I've been with my partner for 22 years. This week is our anniversary, actually.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks, 22 years.
Did you legally get married or no?
Not yet, no. Because it's not.
I want to do it here. I don't want to travel to do it.
It's not legal in New York, and so I'm just like, well, when it's legal in New York, then I'll do it.
Now, let's plug your CD because that's one of the main reasons that we're here because we're running out of time. So let's tell folks.
Well, it's a really good comedy CD. It's like a conversation with a friend.
Let's give a little listen to track from Notorious F.A.G. by Jim David, out now on CD.
I think my parents like my partner better than me. It's funny. When somebody says to me, are you married? I feel like I have to give them a PowerPoint presentation. It's like, okay, in the city of New York, we have what's called a domestic partnership, which means I can visit him when he's in prison. And in the state of New Jersey, we have what's called a civil union, so I can say, hi, my name is Jim, and this is my civil unit, THX 1138-655321-R. And in the state of Massachusetts, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Iowa, we are legally married, but when we leave those states, our marriage evaporates like cell phone reception. I don't know why people are so scared of the marriage issue. I don't know why. We have the most boring life, We get up in the morning, we have cocktails. And then we do brunch. And then we go to schools and recruit. Yeah, and then we plot the destruction of the traditional family for about 2 hours a day is what it's taken, right? Yeah, it's working. And then we have cocktails, and then we get high and go dancing.
The Frank Decaro Show on Outq, Sirius 109, XM 98.